I have a rather unusual habit when it comes to reading the newspaper. I've long been taken with reading obituaries in which friends and relatives pay homage to deceased loved ones. I frequently note in these a certain poignant paradox. Composed with affection and sorrow, these moving tributes often reveal and unwittingly celebrate their dearly departed's self abnegating traits without recognizing that these may have been played a certain role in the illness that ended the life being remembered. Consider, for instance, the case of an Ontario physician. We'll call him Stanley, who died of cancer. Stanley's closeness with his mother was approvingly lauded in his obituary in Canada's national newspaper, the Globe and Mail, in its daily lives lived section. Stanley and his mother had an incredibly special relationship, a bond that was apparently in all aspects of their lives until her death. As a married man with young children, Stanley made a point to have dinner with his parents every day, as his wife Lisa and their four kids waited for him at home. He would walk in, greeted by yet another dinner to meet, to eat, and to enjoy, never wanting to disappoint either woman in his life. Stanley kept having two dinners a day for years until gradual weight gain began to raise suspicions. Another column memorializes a woman who, despite her metastatic cancer, did not give up any of her roles, including several hockey practices, school board, orchestra, and other extracurricular activities, and even took on new ones, all directed towards helping others. As the disease spread throughout her body, I am all for enthusiastic engagement with one's community, but there is such a thing as a lust for life, and then there is being driven to derive one's sense of self from constant activity, even to the point of not being able to pause for self care when disaster strikes. As a final example, we have a widower remembering his wife dead of breast cancer at age 55. In these terms, in in her entire life, she never got into a fight with anyone. She had no ego. She had blended in with the environment in an unassuming manner. The phrase no ego should give us pause. I intended to lovingly convey an admirable lack of arrogance or conceit those two little words reveal to me, a deeper story. A healthy ego, not in the sense of superiority, but as in a stable identity, the ground of self respect, self regulation, capacity for good decision making, a working memory, and more, is a vital set of a thriving human being. Unbeknownst to the grieving spouse, what he was describing was the same lifelong repression of one's feelings, particularly healthy anger, which undermines the immune system and poses a risk for malignancy and other illness. Where does such forsaking of the self come from? Type C, Linda Timoshok pointed out, is not a personality but rather a behavior pattern that can be modified.